So I just got out of my Clarity Group live. You can definitely see the replay. I'm trying to get the replay uploaded now. It was so deep. Some people had to step away, just totally blown away by the information I shared. I talked about the Epstein. Epstein's just one of many people. It's a network. And I talked about a very deep international network that involves sex, drugs, and money, cash movements. I also talked about the in-depth different cities that are out there internationally, the hubs. I also talked about who could be behind that. You know, why is Bondi and Trump holding on to that? Because it's much bigger than Bondi and Trump. There's a world that exists. That is, there's the legal world, the gray area world, and the illegal world. And there are people within all of those who have very familiar names that you know that are there. Now, I didn't get in that call and name names, so I'm not trying to entice you to join the Clarity Group for that. But I am talking about that and the 3 civil wars that we're dealing with. It's not just the Republicans, but it's the Democrats. It's the judicial branch. There are fights that are happening, and why that is a good thing to our advantage, whether it be the Republicans, whether it be the Democrats, or whether it be whoever. There is an advantage there. There is an advantage. And I know it may seem all doom and gloom, but it's not. It's actually very good. I've said this before on this channel. Our best days are ahead of us. Our best days are ahead of us. Our best days are ahead of us. And it may not seem like it. You might be frustrated by it. But I'm telling you that our best days are ahead of us. It's not just a bunch of woo-woo, think good thoughts, manifest. I do believe that thoughts become things. I do believe in the power of words, and words are spells. That's why they call it spelling, and it's important what words you put out there and what energy you attract. And manifestation, law of attraction, law of polarity, which says that nothing's all bad, nothing's all good. It's an equal amount of both. And there is a good equal amount of good that's coming out of this. People are banding together more than they ever have in the history of the United States. People have been backing up. There's never been this much strong support for immigration, making sure that people who are coming to this country fighting to stand up. But it's also a case of people who are standing together behind the law. I don't think before Trump it's one thing to take the oath and say you believe in the law. I'm going to become an attorney and I'm going to become a judge and I'm going to swear an oath. But it's another thing to do that now, especially when you're watching the highest court in the land, the Supreme Court, where 6 of those people are dastardly. And even the 3 remaining are speaking out. I mean, you're not usually supposed to speak out as a Supreme Court, but they're speaking out. Sotomayor and Ketanji Brown particularly. And they're speaking up. And defending the Constitution has never become more prevalent than now, if you think about it. It really is. It's interesting, isn't it? Now more than ever. And you're seeing Bush. I want to tell you something. You're seeing Bush, Reagan, and Trump appointed judges in the lower courts do this. And there's a civil war going on. But the good news of the civil war is that we got the numbers on our side. They don't. There are 94 districts, listen to me, 94 districts across 50 states with 677 lowercase judges. And I'm not saying all of them are on our side. No, not. But all we need is 50 judges to come in and do injunctions across the board. And since the Supreme Court opened up cases where you could have class action suits, the people defending us are the 23 governors and attorney generals over the last 25 weeks. But there's also been another group. The ACLU has been kicking ass. They've been showing up. They're the 2 people behind the birthright citizenship and the Planned Parenthood. They've been fighting for us. The American Civil Liberties Union. Support them, please, locally or nationally. More so than you ever would the Democratic Party in the blue. Those are the ones you want to support. Indivisible.org, Leah and Ezra, big shout out to them as I always do for the last 7 months. I learned about them from the Kamala Harris campaign. And again, with that coupled with the 23 governors and attorney generals who don't get enough, those are the real Democrats who don't get enough uh, acknowledgement, support, especially by the left. They should be talking about this all the time. The other third group are those lower court judges. You might say, lower courts don't mean anything. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. They mean a lot. We are watching lower court judges. We are watching the judges jump in, whether it be that new Biden important lady, that sister, that black woman out of California who fought off ICE and has ruled against Trump, at least temporarily, permanently probably, saying, hey, you can't discriminate against black people or brown people just because of what they look like. Or whether it be the other judges who are making rulings on birthright citizenship or on the Planned Parenthood class action suit. These are lower court judges. Also, we have the appeals court. We got some good appeal court judges in the lower courts. So it may seem like all doom and gloom with Supreme Court, but we got people in the lower courts who are fighting. And the Supreme Court ain't going to take everything. They can't. It's too much on their docket. It's a fight, state by state, and it's ugly. But we're going to make it through this. Like I said, our best days are ahead of us. Seriously. And yes, there are investigations going on. I'm going to say it like this. I can't get too public because I got flagged last time. So hang in there with me as I talk between the stuff. Whether it be the coconut falling from the tree of the orange, or whether it be the deportations or Elon and Doge, these investigations are going to happen years later after the current administration. They ain't going to happen now. A lot of people scream, I want it to happen now. No, you don't. Because if it got in the open now, they just run it under the rug like it was an Epstein file. We got to be patient. It's a patient game. We're running marathons against people who are running sprints. We're winning. How do we know we're winning? Because when you look at his court record, it's 14 and 101. He's only won 14 out of 115 court cases. Temporary injunctions, permanent injunctions, and court rulings. But they don't say that enough, do they, publicly? That's my biggest issue with the left. They're too busy. The alarmist left, not just any left, the alarmist left, who are saying, breaking news, and they tell you this stuff like a parrot, but they don't come back on it. I want you to understand what's really going on. That's why I have a clarity group, y'all. It's designed to calm you down, tell you the truth, what's really going on behind the scenes, and how our best days are ahead of us. That's the purpose. Please see that. Please understand that. That's what it's about. Join the group. It's only $20 a month. Or you can get in for a year for $100. It's totally worth it because I do about 3 lives a week. You get the replays. I'm about to post a replay from tonight in a minute. And you need to hear it. Consider it to be an investment in your spirit, because there's still hope for this country and there's still hope for us. It's going to be all right. Hang in there.